8 practices into training camp, guys. Which newcomer are you most excited about on this roster that you've seen stand out, however they've looked in these first 8 practices? Greg, I'll start with you.
For me, it's Kyle Manungai. I think he's somebody that was intriguing when you looked at when they drafted him in the 7th round out of Rutgers. This is somebody that was extremely productive back-to-back years with 1,200 yards rushing. A couple years ago, led the Big Ten in rushing, second to Caleb Johnson last year. That's great company to be in. Now he comes in, and under Eric Bieniemy, a great running backs coach, you're seeing why they drafted him in a deep running back class. This is a guy that may not get many 20-yard runs on the season, but how many 5-yard runs is this guy going to get? Because it seems like he consistently falls forward and moves the pile and keeps his legs turning. When you look at him, no, he's not. He's not Derrick Henry, but his legs might be as big as Derrick Henry's. Like he's got tree trunks for legs. And so he's taken some pretty hard hits from Tremaine Edmonds and Chris Williams, and he just continues to get back up and go back into the huddle. He's been getting a lot of reps with the ones. And so that leads me to believe that he's going to be a contributor to this offense, and it'll be interesting to see just how big that is.
Ben Johnson shouting him out too, with just, you can trust him. There are very few guys that you can put back there. They're like, okay, come on in and hit me as hard as you want. I'm ready to block your ass. Like there's a lot of positivity around Kyle Manungai, plus the fact that the room needs Kyle Manungai. So I think it's an excellent choice for newcomer here. And we're doing both. Is it rookies and anybody who's brand new, or
anybody who's
okay?
new.
Okay. Do you want me to go, or do you want to go?
I want you to go.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna, if I can be anybody, the guy that's impressed me the most at practice consistently every single day in, day out. Not just the flashes that we've seen from Luther Burden. It's Olamide Zakias. This guy has been nailed since he got here. The Bears need a third wide receiver. He looks very much the part. Not only does he run routes in just a solid, pristine way, it looks exactly like he knows what he's doing. His hands have been very good. Tough balls, not perfect throws. He's making the catches. And, the other day when Burden messed up, didn't know where he was supposed to be on a play, quickly subbed out. This guy comes in, runs the exact route, bang, the ball's coming his way. It's like, okay, here we go. Reminder, this is a veteran. He's been with Atlanta for 4 years, the Eagles for 1, Commanders last year. He's had over 40 or more catches twice. This could be a big-time additional security blanket for Caleb this year.
I believe he had the second most catches for Washington last year. So you talk about a guy that's dependable. And for me, I'm always comparing to who I've seen of Bears of past. And I'll just continue to say he reminds me of Earl Bennett. Maybe he's faster than Earl Bennett, but when you talk about that route running, and I just get a sense that he's going to be a guy you can depend on, and maybe a guy that you go to when it's third and got to have it.
13 yards or more a catch in 3 or 4 of his last 5 seasons. The 5th one was last year, was 11.2. That's not too bad either.
Yeah. Look, I think the good news is here, there's a lot of people to choose from, because I could go on another rant about how great Joe Thuney is. The fact that we haven't noticed him or really said his name at all during camp.
That's a win.
It's actually a very, very good thing. It's because that's just sort of like this piece of the puzzle that's, you just know what it is and you know what it's going to be good. And that's good in itself. Colston Loveland has looked great. Luther Burden's looked great. But guys, I have to say, you're both wrong, because the answer to this question is Ben Johnson. And it just has to be Ben Johnson. I
agree. We're wrong. That's a good answer.
He is a newcomer. He qualifies as the most important newcomer. And everything we have seen and heard and witnessed and heard from other people talking about Ben, everything to this point has been advertised. These practices, the way that they've been run, the way he's held guys accountable on the practice field and in his press conferences, the way he's thrown praise at these guys privately and publicly at the same time. It just really seems like this has been way smoother than even we could have thought, because we were still, everybody was so excited about this hire, but we're still acknowledging he's a first-time head coach. There's going to be bumps in the road here and there. There really hasn't been. It's been very cool to watch. He's been outstanding. Now, again, Will there be bumps in the road? Yes, they have to play 17 football games this year. And the Bears, I hate to break it to you right now, are not going to go 17-0.
It's not off the table
this year. Well, it's not on the table or on the table, which is something the last head coach said. So, which kind of makes my point for me that just in the year of things making sense, which is kind of how I've put this since January, all of this with Ben Johnson has made sense so far. So he is definitely, of all the newcomers, the guy I'm most excited about.
And where you could say a lot of things have made sense. Well, when the draft came around, drafting a tight end at 10 was unexpected. Drafting Luther Burden at 39 was unexpected. Drafting Ozzie Trapillo later, when everyone thought they were going to go O-line in the first or early second round, unexpected to a degree. He kind of came out of nowhere. Kyle Manungai, you wait till basically the last running back in a deep running back class. It all didn't necessarily make sense in that moment. And now, like you pointed out on our live show, and I encourage anyone that didn't get a chance to watch this on Thursday or post-practice show, all 4 of those rookies getting significant playing time, and not just significant playing time and reps at practice, reps with the ones. And so when you talk about newcomers, this draft class certainly looks intriguing. And I don't think we could do this mini pod without bringing up Colston Loveland. The guy looks the part. He's big. He moves like a wide receiver. He looks like he has dependable hands, a guy that can go up and get it. And then yesterday, we had the opportunity to see how he could potentially look in pass protection, going one-on-one against linebackers. You saw the way he was able to move his feet, maintain leverage, and keep that quarterback safe. Those are some qualities that, you know, when all you talk about is his route running ability, he's showing a lot more than that.
Since Hogue mentioned, it's a great call on Colston. I'm actually getting more optimistic by the minute doing this mini pod, because it's just making me think about how different the Bears are this year to last year, and it's enormous. I'll throw out one coach in there who I noticed today as we're recording this. Al Harris, 14 years in the league. Shout out to 50-year-olds out there, because me and you, baby. That dude, he got on the ground at practice today for a loose ball to demonstrate how when the ball's on the ground, you go get it. And like this is a Pro Bowler, albeit he did with the Packers and all that, but like there's a lot of talent in that defensive back room, but it looks almost better than the talent. It's like a lot of guys are coming in here and they're looking very competent. That guy on this staff who's been talked about some, but not a ton. If we're talking about newcomers, that was a good ass hire by Ben Johnson.
Yeah. I think it's been good, and there's a lot of exciting guys on this coaching staff. You give Ben Johnson credit for bringing them all in. And by the way, Ben Johnson's been everywhere too. Thursday's practice, he was snapping the football at one point.
Well, somebody better, because today was horrible. Can somebody snap the ball to Tyson Bagent accurately? Doug Kramer, come on, man. You're my guy.
And Luke Newman, too, was struggling with
Luke Newman, whoever it was, I'm like, come on, man. Ball's all over the place. Like, can somebody get back there? Let's go.
All right. That's going to do it for us here on this little mini edition of the CHGO Bears podcast. You can catch our practice recap episodes every single day that there is a Bears practice throughout training camp. It's all presented to you by Circa. We appreciate Circa. Appreciate you listening. Please hit subscribe. Please hit that like button. Do not miss our 1-hour shows every day there is a Bears practice. This is the go-to place for all your training camp coverage,
including this weekend.
Bears.